Earlier this week, North Carolina Republicans overrode the governor's veto to pass a new law eliminating the need to get a permit from the sheriff before buying a handgun.
As soon as Speaker Tim Moore posted this picture of the veto override, people started responding with the next gun law they want changed in our state. Check it out. Steve wrote, "Great job, constitutional carry in our future." Then you got another person who said, "Good work, keep it up, constitutional carry." And we've got this, "Well done, now pass constitutional carry in NC." I spoke with the state director of the National Rifle Association, who also says constitutional carry should be the next priority.
Certainly in North Carolina is an opportunity for constitutional carry. As you might be aware, we're up to 25 states with constitutional carry. It's been a big NRA push that we've done over the last several years. We certainly see North Carolina as an opportunity to pass constitutional carry. Again, removing some of these burdens of government permission in order to exercise your rights. And so that's where we think the next steps will be. We'll see how it goes. But that's where we're looking to shift our focus.
So what is constitutional carry? It's the belief that you have the right to carry a concealed weapon without needing a permit. Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page explains how it would be different from our current setup.
Well, in North Carolina, if you want to carry concealed, you have to apply. You have to be fingerprinted. There are background checks, mental health checks. All these checks are going on. And you, again, like I said, talking about safety, you have to go through a carry concealed class, and about an 8-hour class, and it discusses safety and use of a firearm and all the concerns. So with that, and then of course there's a fee. So that's where we're at right now. On the constitutional carry, if that passes, comes through our legislature and passes, then it would not require any of those processes. But I would still advocate safety classes, and still I would advocate for training and teaching our kids about firearm safety.
A group of 15 Republican lawmakers have already introduced a bill to the State House that would legalize constitutional carry. One of the co-sponsors is Representative Kyle Hall from Forsyth in Stokes County. We reached out to his office for an interview, but they said he was just not available today. At the moment, that bill is still in committee, but a similar bill was also debated in 2017. Back then, gun rights advocates said the concealed carry permit process was backlogged, and that was preventing people from their constitutional rights. Wait times in some places in the states stretch up to 6 months.
The number of people applying has gone through the roof. Terrorism, crime, all these things put together have caused so many people, particularly in the urban areas, to want protection. It takes a long time to get it. The sheriff's departments are overwhelmed. Good citizens that carry their guns don't cause problems, and the criminals don't obey the law anyway and carry it concealed. So the good citizen is at a big disadvantage because it takes so long to get permits.
Ultimately, the bill did not pass after some gun safety class instructors started speaking out against the idea, saying they were concerned that folks would just not get training on how to handle a weapon.
They'll just go out willy-nilly and take what myths they've learned from the internet or out in the atmosphere, and somebody's going to get hurt.
Across North Carolina, more than 800,000 concealed carry permits have been issued. That's according to the U.S. Concealed Carry Association. That's about 8% of all the people in our state.
So that's the next gun debate in North Carolina. It centers around increasing gun rights. But across the nation, the president is calling for more gun restrictions. However, CBS News says Congress shows little appetite for breaking more gun control.
Outrage over the Nashville school shooting has reignited the debate over gun control, a pattern that repeats with each new atrocity.
How much blood must be spilt? How many children must be killed until we do the right thing?
But angry words have not led to action in Congress. Tennessee Republicans shifted the conversation away from guns altogether.
What this does is highlight some of the mental health issues, the mental health crisis we have in this country.
The tragedy that happened in my state was the result of a depraved person, somebody very, very sick.
In the face of Republican opposition to any measure restricting access to guns, House Democrats called for Congress to put people over politics.
There is no excuse to allow our streets to be flooded with weapons of war.
Democrats Ed Markey and Alyssa Slotkin introduced a bill to fund research into the causes of gun violence, alongside school shooting survivors who described their trauma.
My Classmates and I frantically grabbed makeshift weapons, including scissors, tape dispensers, and a hockey stick. Anything we could find at the moment.
Firearms have become the leading cause of death for children in the U.S., leading President Biden to renew pressure on Congress to ban assault weapons.
So I'm going to keep calling it out, remind people that they're not acting.
Even before the tragedy in Nashville, polls showed most Americans are dissatisfied with the nation's gun laws as they watch more heartbroken parents bury their children.
Well, part of the reason some Republicans say now is not the right time for more gun control is because last year Congress passed the most significant firearms legislation in nearly 30 years. The bipartisan law imposed tougher checks on young buyers. It encouraged states to enact red flag laws, which are supposed to get guns away from people that a judge considers a threat. WFMY News 2 at 6 is coming up next.